talking loud in the nighttime air. Voices clash without a care. Opinions flare like they matter so. But who's right we'll never know.
Gay!
Microphones like weapons drawn. Swagger in the twilight dawn. Each word iron, each thought steel. To be heard is the final deal. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one sways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. Truths clash like broken dreams. Voice to voice, let it scream. What's real in this foggy light? Bow hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd. Anxious to erupt so loud. Unity in discord side. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling up in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one's ways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. Truths clash like broken dreams. Raise your voice, let it scream. What's real in this foggy light? Battle hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd. Anxious to erupt so loud. Unity in discord's tide. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one's ways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. We say. We say. We say. We say. We say.
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking temples!
Beta!
They're wrong. Get this thing off of here.
That was actually perfect timing for the beta at that moment. 100%. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to We're Offended or You're Offended. I'm Kim.
Why do I look so homeless today?
Because you're homeless. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I look extra homeless today.
Sure. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. Don't forget to hit the little subscribe button, and thank you for clicking on the little button to come sit with me, us, and my whiny dog, and what's going on in the world today.
Grizzled and homeless. Yeah. So hello everyone out there on YouTube, on Rumble, on X. Hello everyone. Really nice to see you guys here tonight. Tinker, hello. Nice to see you again. Todd Peterson, the air balloon man himself in the flesh. Froggy boy. Hello, welcome. Love it. I love the Kermit the Frog General. Very nice, very nice. Oh shit. Shelly the Ammonite? I can't speak Lee. I apologize. But hello everyone. I think they come from gay ponds. I think that's where frogs come from.
Gay ponds. What?
I don't know if that's what Alex Jones told me. A dino's fossil. So, speaking of old as shit, what we're going to be talking about, the FBI with no support. Oh, Ammonite. Okay. Oh, wait, isn't that's in some video games I've played. Hello, Nokian. Very nice to see you. No. So we're going to be talking about how the FBI has taken down what they're calling the El Chapo of our time. A ex-Olympian, snowboarding Olympian turned drug kingpin. What? What's up with that?
Right.
Yeah, they arrested him. Yes, we will be talking about that, and we have
Did
some.
they? I heard
Mhm.
about I was watching a thing on the bounty, I don't know, on his arrest or whatever had went up to 15 million.
Wait, what? I thought.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll
It
double
sounds like he's
check.
arrested.
No, I thought he was arrested.
No. Well, I could be wrong, but like I said, it went
Oh.
from 10 million to 15 million. And they're also giving away $2 million for anybody who has a phone call that leads to the arrest.
I thought. I am. Correction. I thought he was arrested. I don't know. Well, we'll see, because the way that Kash Patel, when they had made their announcement, it looked like he was arrested. But okay, correction. He has not been arrested, but Canada, yeah, I guess we will be talking about with that for sure. Also, Joy Reid, our favorite, I can't say it. Our favorite melanin infused individual, our lovely low credit score having individual. So we're going to talk about her, and the left is starting to get really pissed off with seeing men in women's bathrooms. Crazy concept. But you know what? The left eats itself. So we will. How dare you? I'm not low cred. Oh, black people.
Leo, where are you?
How can we dash when our earth is turning?
They don't produce anything. They don't do anything.
How do we sleep when our beds are burning? How can we dance when our earth is turning?
All right, let's just get right into this. But of course, like, if you guys like the show, you know, share it with your friend, share it with your frenemy, share it with your mom. I'm sure she's a very nice lady. I get no respect even when I diss myself. It's all right, Noki, and I missed most of it too. I'm a little slow, so it's okay. I hold no one to account but myself. So, well, you know, all right, let's just get right into this. So this was from CTV News, or should we just play the clip from Kash Patel? How do you guys want to start this? Should we start with a little cash money?
Yes.
All right, let's start with Kash, assuming this actually works, because it was working earlier.
You do not get to be a drug kingpin.
Well, okay, let me set this up.
Rude. But what if that
Let me
was my
set this up.
dream? Everybody can be toasters and I can't be a drug kingpin. This is just bull.
You do not get to be a drug kingpin and evade the law. Make no mistake about it. Ryan Wedding is a modern day iteration of Pablo Escobar. He's a modern day iteration of El Chapo Guzman.
Well, yeah, of course he works better. He's East Indian. Those guys work.
This Justice Department and this FBI will work with our Canadian counterparts and the government officials across the world to bring him to justice. He is responsible for engineering a narco trafficking and narco terrorism program that we have not seen in a long time. He will not evade justice. We are here today because this Department of Justice, behind Attorney General's brilliant leadership and the Deputy Attorney General, have made it clear to the American people with the indictments they have brought that law enforcement and agencies like this FBI will lead the effort to go out there and make sure these animals are brought to justice. And that's exactly what we will do.
Right.
This step, this interagency step, is a huge, huge step towards obtaining justice for so many American lives lost. and so many American lives saved thanks to the courageous efforts of law enforcement. This is what a great team looks like, working together for the American people under the motto that President Trump set forth to make America safe again. It's incredibly humbling for this FBI to be a part of it and to lead out the efforts on Ryan Wedding. And for those of you out there that have any information on Ryan Wedding, now is the time to speak up. Now is the time to help us. This FBI has always engaged the public around the world for their assistance in bringing some of the world's most dangerous criminals and terrorists to justice. And we are doing so again today. He will not evade justice. He will not evade our capture. He will not evade arrest, and he will not evade prosecution. Because of the Attorney General's leadership here today, we are taking a huge, huge step in that direction. And I'm honored to be a part of this FBI and leading its men and women in law enforcement on a daily basis. It's really one of the best things I've ever encountered. And
All right, I think we get the point. And
Oh God, thank you.
just kind of
It's really it's really hard to listen to somebody who, did you notice his mouth would move but his face would not move? There was no expressions whatsoever. It was really creeping me out. There
I
was
don't know.
one every now and
It was
then.
the hard gulp. That's what did it for me. I can't stand it. I heard a gulp or
Triggered.
lip smacking. When you hear lip smacking, I just
Yeah.
I can't. Okay, so let's how dare you? Wait, is Wedding gay or is Cash? I could see Cash, being on the receiving end. But anyways, so just a quick little overview of who Ryan Wedding is. So he is a former Canadian Olympic snowboarder. He was born in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Wedding was raised in a family with a strong skiing and snowboarding background. His maternal grandparents owned the Mount Baldy. That's where all the bald people go.
Oh, jeez.
Just shiny everywhere. Chrome domes as far as the eye can see. Yarr!
Give the
And
light
he
to the
began-
north.
And he began snowboarding at a young age, winning his first race at 12. At 15, he joined the Canadian national snowboard team and competed in the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City, Utah, finishing 24th. Okay. Criminal involvement. So after the Olympics, Wedding became involved in drug-related activities. In 2006, he was named in a search warrant for a marijuana grow operation in BC, but was not charged. In 2008, he was arrested in the U.S. for attempting to buy 24 kgs of the good white stuff from
Snow?
government agent, as was sentenced to 4 years in prison. While incarcerated, he married an Iranian-born businesswoman who has since been linked to money laundering and kidnapping investigations. After his release in 2011, Wedding was deported to Canada and settled in Montreal, where he allegedly established himself as a major drug kingpin. He was charged in 2015 in Nova Scotia for new drug offenses, but fled before arrest, becoming a fugitive. Authorities believe he relocated to Mexico and became a high-ranking member of the Sinaloa, cartel, overseeing the shipment of hundreds of kgs of the stuff and Fenty and meth across North America. As of November 19th, the FBI confirmed Wedding remains at large with a $15 million reward in his capture. Boy, oh, howdy boy. So Thunder Bay, so Lake of the Woods, the Golden Triangle, smuggling. I grew up. Yeah. I know Sault Ste. Marie was always a big place for trafficking. We know, what is that town? Like Kelowna, Vernon is been in BC are really big hubs for trafficking. And that's so 7 Canadians were arrested on November 19th as part of a coordinated international operating targeting Wedding's alleged drug trafficking network. Among those arrested is Deepak Parkador, a criminal lawyer, listen to this, who is accused of advising Wedding to murder an FBI witness to avoid extradition. Whatever, his lawyer, who previously used a social media handle Cocaine Lawyer, was arrested by the RCMP It is and is facing extradition to the United States. What the? 2 Alberta men were arrested in connection with the case, including Alistair Chapman, a former junior hockey player accused of helping locate a witness for assassination. A total of 11 people were arrested. What fucking hot air balloon? So Todd says RCMP need more troops up in their hot air balloons. Observation. I agree. If there's one thing the RCMP I think should be investing in is hot air balloons. They're environmentally friendly. They're not loud, so you don't have to worry about noise pollution. Yeah, see,
I think
Todd's onto something.
there was a list that I had seen of people who were arrested. But I didn't see Deepak Paradkar. Oh my god.
Get a normal name.
Paradkar. I didn't see him get arrested.
That was the lawyer. So,
but his name wasn't on the list. Did he get arrested?
Did I not just read that he was arrested? Among those arrested is Deepak. A Brampton criminal lawyer who was accused of advising wedding to murder an FBI witness to avoid extradition. Yeah, no, I know. It's absolutely insane. It's crazy. Are you aware that you were
mute me? Or
No,
was I muted? Oh my god. You're such an ass. It was like perfect timing too. Oh my god. I said I didn't see his name on the list, so I wasn't sure if he actually was arrested or not from the list I was looking at. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Why did that message not come through? I seen it. There was like a Kathy or something in here that said hi on coming on X, but X wasn't showing up on the side. It's just showing up in the comment
it's
feed.
Catherine.
Where?
What's up, Catherine? Hello.
How do you? I don't see it. Hi.
I see it right there. Catherine, for you that don't know, is actually being she's being sued by a bunch of trans individuals for sharing their opinions. So yeah. So she definitely has a GoFundMe. I can't remember if it's GoFundMe or Give Send Go, but for legal her legal defense that's going on there. So Catherine, if you want a microphone and come on up, you are more than welcome. I know we've been kind of talking and getting stuff, don't want to spill the proverbial beans, but the beans have been spilled. So if you want a microphone or whatever, not a microphone, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, so what we are seeing with this type of thing, hold on, what is a Ryan Anthony Bates? That name sounds familiar.
Anthony Ryan Bates.
Yeah,
it does sound familiar.
Wait, Anthony Ryan Bates. Why does that name sound familiar? Apparently they were arrested for soliciting a minor. Why does that name sound familiar? 46-year-old man from Martinsburg, West V, was arrested. He was contacting an undercover detective via online chat service communicating with a 14-year-old. Bates was arranged to meet with the girl at the Barracks Road Shopping Center. Is this in relation to like the Roblox stuff? I don't know if that is. That's been a story. Holy crap. If you guys have not been following, I think it's Schlep. I think SCHLEP. He broke the Roblox story that the creators of Roblox was basically facilitating meeting of children They knew about it and tried to sue Schlep into silence, but the dam had already broke. But that's a different story for another time. But I encourage you guys to go see that. So I guess with regards to the Ryan wedding, it took the U.S. It took the FBI to arrest these people. They spearheaded it, and our RCMP was caught with their pants down again. So this is just another opportunity where the US has to take charge and Canada is always playing second fiddle. Canada never is leading these types of things. We're always having to work in conjunction with the United States, even though we've seen time and time and time again record drug breakup operation that was spearheaded by the US that was stopped at the United States border. We keep seeing the biggest drug lab in Canadian history only to be trounced by the next biggest drug lab in Canadian history, only to be trumped by the next
biggest drug lord in Canadian history. See, what I don't understand, and I mean, maybe there is, and I'm just unaware of it, but it's weird that the United States are the one that's offering up a bounty for this guy and not Canada, and he's Canadian. Cool.
Did you mute me?
God, you looked so defeated for a second. You're just
you didn't hear
all the life sucked right out of you.
No, we had reported on this once Trump got elected and all the big border crackdowns started happening. Mexico's whole drug cartel operation shifted to Canada, because our border is so porous with the United States. And that is one thing that the media tends to leave out. This is what the left-wing pundits tend to leave out, is that Canada, the reason why the United States is having to take such a hardline stance on Canada is because more drugs have been coming from Canada than from Mexico. So, when you see the news reports of like Canadians are experiencing more scrutiny or border agents are being blah, blah, blah. Hell, even when we had Payman on and he's saying basically all the CBP cared about was, are you going to stay or are you leaving? That was it. They're tired of seeing people that are just flauntingly and just completely disregarding Canada or disregarding the United States through Canada. So, I'm not surprised that the United States has to take a hardline stance. We're seeing a lot of East Indian nationals that have come to Canada and set up these types of drug rings and everything else. So, it's only seems to be getting worse with this type of stuff. And, we've seen more and more with the Five Eyes, excluding Canada because we are seen as untrustworthy. The United States, I can't remember what department it was saying that Canada is untrustworthy and is a national security threat.
Well, when you hear stories like this, honestly, that's exactly where my mind went, was, okay, well, I get the point now, or I get his point now. Like, this is, especially when that blonde girl, I'm horrible with names, had...
Which one?
The one that was standing next to guy that was just
Cash?
talking that we were listening to. Yeah. She was saying
Pam
that,
Bondi.
yes. Sorry. Dog made a weird noise. She was saying that the amount of cocaine that he brings over in a year is literally the equivalent of 40 full-size cars.
In terms of weight?
In terms of, I think, amount. Like, where's
That'd be a
thing?
weird way to make a comparison.
Hold on. I'm a girl. I'm half retarded. Just give me a sec.
Because I could see in terms of like weight, but to say like 40 cars in terms of volume, like that's just weird.
Hold on.
But we are just seeing more and more that the cartels have infiltrated Canada, are willing to operate within Canada. And again, the RCMP ain't doing anything to help. It took the FBI to crack this, to make this known, to make this a big story that Canada is facilitating Mexican cartels. Wasn't it Mark Carney? Maybe I'm misremembering. Mark Carney met with Mexican cartels in Canada. I don't know. I'll brave it right now. Oh, Mark Carney didn't meet with Mexican cartels in Canada. Instead, he acknowledged that Mexican drug cartels operate in Canada and that Canadian criminal organizations also have a presence in Mexico, stating there are cartels from one country in the other, but also the other way around. The fuck does that even mean? So how about we crack down on it? Wait, Mexico, didn't a mayor just get assassinated? And they were the ones talking about, like, hey, the United States, look how unsafe it is. Don't you, your people's mayors get assassinated every other day? And you guys are gonna like try and sling mud? I mean, sure, I guess. Yeah. Oh God, it's a 40-minute discussion. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not listening to this dude. What?
Okay, hold on. I want to yeah. Hold on. Oh my God.
Now, add.
Okay. She'll talk a little bit, give some more detail on what we were just talking about, and then she says her
Okay.
thing.
The Justice Department is proud to announce new developments in our ongoing investigation into Ryan James Wedding. Wedding is the former Olympian from Canada who is now the leader of a transnational criminal enterprise. He's currently on the FBI's
Go
Manhattan
Canada!
top
Yeah!
10 most wanted list. He controls one of the most prolific and violent drug trafficking organizations in this world. He is currently the largest distributor of cocaine in Canada.
The world. That's crazy.
Wedding collaborates closely with the Sinaloa cartel, a foreign terrorist organization, to flood not only American but also Canadian communities with cocaine coming from Colombia. His organization is responsible for importing approximately 60 metric tons of cocaine a year into Los Angeles via semi-trucks from Mexico. To put that in perspective, 60 metric tons is approximately the weight of 40
There we
standard
go, the weight of.
cars. Imagine that. That's how much cocaine, the weight of 40 cars, he is bringing into our country a year.
All right.
That's insane.
Go
Like,
Canada. You know what? Don't
Go
say that
Canada.
Canadians can't do anything, because we, apparently
Well, you know what? I mean, he was in the Olympics, so he was top in, what his sport he was going for, his snowboarding. So, I mean, it would only be
see,
fair
you know
for
what?
him
Okay,
to be, like,
I thought
Olympic wise.
hold on. I thought you were actually
Okay.
going to make a joke about, like, mountains of coke. I thought you were going to go down that line. Yeah, you let me down.
You shouldn't even let me finish, but
Like, even though he came 24th, he got a real good education with mountains of coke or mountain of snow. So I married you. How dare I? Don't.
that's so much better.
I
Ugh.
fuck you. Fuck
You're such an ass.
you. So yeah, that's Go Canada. Team Canada for the win. Okay. we will shift gears into this. Joy Reid.
Hold on. We got some jokes here, quick.
There'll be a fresh dusting on the ski slope. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Invest in kicking horse. You know, that little.
Oh my god.
That's how you do it, right?
Face and all. Yes.
Yeah.
Every person I've ever seen do it does that. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. I've never done it. But
I change your topic after everybody feeds the plant.
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
all right. Joy Reid, good old Joy Reid, the one of the very few people that does everything in their power. Like, you ever see the meme of like someone with a defibrillator and they keep talking like, you know, that there's a dead body of racism and they have the paddles and they keep like, don't you die on me yet, you bastard.
Oh my god.
She's one of them. She's one of them. So this was from the Post Millennial. Activate. So yeah, Joy Reid speaks out against men in women's locker rooms. Former MSNBC host Joy Reid on admitted, Libby, fix your shit. In a recent podcast, that if she were faced with a biological male in a locker room, she would be disturbed and alarmed. You asked for this. The comments came as Reid discussed an incident that took place early in November at Los Angeles gym in Beverly Hills. Singer Tish Hyman.
You muted yourself.
I know, I burped.
Oh, thank God.
Just trying to be polite.
I thought you like were making a joke about her last name Hyman right at that moment when you muted yourself.
How uncouth. Just below me to make such damning type of comments.
I mean,
viral on social media for complaining about a man in the woman's locker room. She was kicked out of the gym for doing so. I would be disturbed. I'm telling you. Well, you know what? We have it right here.
Alarmed. I'm alarmed enough when I see a woman with her dangling boobies.
Yeah.
If I saw
oh, dangling boobies. Girl, you'll get like that one day too. Dangling boobies.
How
a penis in the ladies' locker room, I would freak out too. This is just. I mean, this is nothing against trans anybody. What it's saying is, if I turn around and I see a penis in front of me inside of the room,
Yeah.
I would probably go to management and say, "Wait a minute, why is there a naked man in this room?" Because just the world we live in, just from a safety standpoint, and just from a privacy standpoint, I can see why she would have gone and reported to management. There's a man naked in the band. Now, if they clarified and they said, well, trans, okay, but I think they should take her concerns also seriously. Because
Right.
if she's uncomfortable, does she not have the right to be at least uncomfortable with this situation, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think they could have come up.
okay. Good enough.
Yeah, I mean, things hanging in front of you, I'd be disturbed.
So Joy Reid has publicly expressed support for transgender rights while also acknowledging personal discomfort with the presence of male genitalia in women's locker room. You can't do both. This is how, given enough time, the left will eat itself. And this is where we are, because you're not identitarian enough. The purity spiral hasn't reached critical mass. They don't have their sole champion. It's like Highlander with these people, you know? There can only be one. Fuck, that's what we should make a skit about. That we should have like a bunch of like transgender Highlanders running around and like cutting each other down and I am the king tranny or something. You guys ever watch Highlander?
Trans games? Love it.
Let's see, Highlander. Well, whatever. Yeah, so that she would freak out. She saw a penis, blah blah blah, but emphasized that this does not constitute an attack on transgender people. This is how these people operate. It's not an attack on transgender people, even though the whole incident was sparked by a transgender at least claimed. I don't buy it. I don't buy that dude was trans in any way, shape, or form, considering he talked about chicks like to see my big dick. End quote. Not mine. Mine's tiny. But he talked about his massive Johnson.
Well, yeah, he was also the one who brutally beat his wife and then took her name. It's the name he goes by now. It's so messed up. His ex-wife. He's just a predator. That's all he is. He's a piece of
Hey, why did it stop?
Yeah, I like totally froze. I'm like, this is very anticlimactic. There we go.
Colonel, you better take a look at this radar.
What the frick?
Because you're fast forwarding. You messed it up.
Okay, it's not me. It's not me.
It is so not working.
Is this like
It's a nice try though.
Colonel,
legally compliant? Is this like legally compliant way of doing this? Okay, you stay away now. You had your chance.
I agree, Todd.
Big.
This is a mess.
Don't worry, I'll get it. I'll get it to work.
God, this better
Colonel?
be good.
you better take a look at this radar. What is it, son? I don't know, sir,
Welcome back.
but it looks like a giant dick.
Yeah.
Take a look out of starboard. Oh my God, it looks like a huge.
Pecker!
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's not a woodpecker. It looks like someone's.
Privates! We have reports of an unidentified flying object. It is a long, smooth shaft, complete with two balls.
What is that? That looks just like an enormous.
Wang, pay attention.
I was distracted by that enormous flying.
Willie. Yeah. What's that? Well, it looks like a giant. Johnson. Yes, sir.
You know,
God, those movies are great. They need more.
you know, it's like one of those. That's basically what that guy was advocating for. Would have been funnier if you actually did that.
100%.
Hey, ladies just like my massive Johnson. I don't know how, but you know, a man can dream. But okay. But let's actually get to the crux of the argument. So while she somehow says that this isn't about this has nothing to do with trans individuals, the argument was sparked because this person was claiming to be trans. So I don't know how you could possibly hold two conflicting, like the inciting incident, and then say, well, that person, you know, even though I support trans people and trans rights and all this stuff, if I seen a Johnson in the bathroom, I would be wondering, I would feel disturbed by it. So then how can you advocate for the position that you yourself find detestable? Like, can anyone square that peg? Circle the peg? Get pegged? Can anyone
Get
peg
pegged?
me? Can anyone
Oh my
peg
God.
me on this? Because I don't understand. I'm sitting here bent over backwards trying to get pegged, and I just don't understand. Oh, I don't want to listen to you talk anymore, Joy Reid. You hurt my head.
Right? She's got one of those voices, though.
She does. Like I said, she's one of the very few people that seems to just hold the only one keeping racism alive and well within this country. But honestly, how can you hold contradictory views like this? It seems irrational. So I think what will end up happening more and more and more, these people will hold That's disgusting. How dare you?
Well, he was asking to be pegged. So will you call him later? What?
No, that's no. Okay, can you? This is an adult show for adults. We don't. I'm just trying to get pegged here. I want to get pegged on this topic. All right, I think I've milked you.
You're welcome.
I don't like this.
You love it.
I don't like this. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Okay, not a fan.
Bunch of slap-jawed faggots.
Oh my God! Stop. How do I? You're in timeout. No, come back. I look better far away. I'm good from afar, but far from good.
All the close.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Why is it so ugly and on my screen? Not going away. So yeah, I think this is the narrative that the left it's falling apart. This idea of the trans acceptance. We talked about this on Monday. The expansion with this whole trans thing. People are done trying to placate, trying to sit down and shut up and not say anything about it. And I think people are just, we're done. We're done. Maybe Joy Reid is trying to come out and like save face and try and like tacitly, like it'd be like if I came out and said, you know, I love eating donuts, but I don't know how to make this analogy work. I just thought food. How can I make this analogy work? I know, okay, I love donuts, and I know everyone says that they're healthy, but I'm starting to think maybe they're not, considering what donuts have done to my temple. My temple has been defiled by Krispy Kreme. Okay?
God dang, Krispy Kreme.
Actually, can I go off on a bit of a tangent? All these
Why don't
right-wing
you?
people that are whining, bitching, and complaining about seed oils and all this stuff, you guys sound dumb because there's actually no evidence to show that seed oils are actually bad for you. So, yeah, maybe do a little, give it the old goog, you know, give it goog. Once you goog it, okay. Homer does that because he drinks beer, and I don't drink beer. I chug it.
I don't drink beer. yeah, see.
Actually, well, is stout considered? Yeah, it's considered beer. All right. So,
Lager.
look at me. I'm Joy Reid. Yeah, Don Lemon, the same on the porch with their hand out. Yeah, yep. I agree with that. Don Lemon. Every single time you see these types of old CNN, old MSNBC type of people, they've come out and it's like self-owned. You remember watching Don Lemon with that Elon Musk interview, and he just, I think Elon like flat out says you're an idiot and you don't understand anything. Like you're actually low tier like troll garbage.
If that is what he said, I'm really sad I never actually seen that because that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I'm sure if you looked it up, like Elon Musk, Don Lemon, best of, like even just clips. Yeah. No, I think Elon learned really, really fast that Don Lemon is a charlatan. He's just a rage baiter. He's actually doesn't really push any, like nothing substantive. Even his man in the streets where he tries to like, you know, catch people. Like, look how much people hate Donald Trump or whatever the scenario might be. It's always like he always gets proven wrong. And then he tries to like, you know, do the loaded question thing. Like, well, you know, have you always been, or, you know, when did you stop being racist? It's like those types of questions. So him and Joy Reid come off as very, very disingenuous. They come across as, well, they are race hustlers. They toe every single leftist line possible now because she's been completely deplatformed. Like, and I don't mean deplatformed, like people called for her cancellation, but people see what a joke her, Don Lemon, Chris Cuomo, all of these news or agents, news, whatever, pundits, we see them for the joke they are. We have the same thing going on in Canada. We've actually been seeing like people leaving CBC, CTV, and such because they know that their credibility, the mainstream media credibility, has been absolutely tanked. No one trusts them. No one trusts their reporting. Nobody looks at them as serious. They look at them as they are propagandists. So when finally, in the world of like YouTube and online media space, and I've said before, authenticity fails. Or sorry, I should say like authenticity. Like if you're not an authentic person, you will fail. People will see through that. They see through it real quick.
They do, but yet you have a lot of people who aren't authentic that seem to be still spouting their bullshit everywhere, and people are still sucking it up.
But it's mostly boomers. It's mostly boomers. That's it. Their demographic is like 45 plus. I think the average viewer, if I remember correctly, of like CBC, I want to say it was like 62 or something like that.
I was going to say 45 plus. That's more like 45. No, that what's, oh my God. The X Generation X, whatever.
Generation X.
Is that what was before us?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, wait, CBS. No, I want CBC, not CBS. But CBS has an average viewer age of like 60 something. So the provided context does not contain specific information about the average viewer age of the CBC. While one source mentioned CBC's performing during the Beijing 22 Olympics. Shut the fuck, you fucking kidding me? But it said between 25 and 54. That was for the Olympics. How come I can get that information for CBS? CBS average viewing age. CBS has the oldest primetime audience among major broadcast networks at 67.8 years of age. How come we don't know that information from the CBC?
Because
let's see. According to the ad age with Nielsen reported last October. Yeah, no, it literally doesn't show. We cannot know, but we know where like our generation, most of our generation is on the internet. Our children's and their children's and their children's children are more and more on the internet. They are not watching CBC because they know, like hearing from their parents, that these people are disingenuous, they're liars, they're media shills. So this is oh, wait, hold on. Kat did say that she wants to come up.
awesome. So Todd had said, I suggest college radio should be a show for you kids to investigate. Maybe we can go have a dance party. And then
Yeah. What was the movie? The dude? Was that the dude? Where he said, one thing I like about college chicks is I keep getting older, they stay the same age.
to high school. And
Ew, did you say high
was
school?
Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused, one of my favorite movies.
Ew.
All right.
You said high schoolers?
High school girls. They keep getting. Oh, hold on.
That's so gross. I thought it was college chicks. No, I'm not good. No, that's no. What the fuck? It struck out. It's dude, that's
I tell you, that's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age. Yes, they. No, I tell you.
oh,
I love that movie.
oh, that's so gross. So, I don't want to alarm you guys, okay? Chill thyself. Okay, we have royalty here. Okay? Kat, are you decent? Shake not up and down if you're decent.
Can't see her.
Shut up.
Oh. You're just sitting there on the other end, nodding.
Hello. Kathy,
Hi,
how are you?
welcome.
I'm doing all right. How are you? Oh,
You muted yourself.
have I unmuted myself?
I hate me. God.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, howdy.
What were you trying to say, Tyler?
I don't even remember anymore. I'm so upset. Yes, so everyone, this is Kat. She is my unpaid intern.
Oh,
No.
poor girl.
No, so Kat, Kat, or is it Kathy? Should we go by
Whatever
Kathy?
you want. You can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Oh, you fucking said it. Oh, you said it. What?
Should beat
All right.
you.
So your story is peculiar. I think that's the right word. Okay, guys, you fucking gooners, you guys need chill. What's going on with your story?
Yeah, so I'm being sued. And the reason why I use the term plural for trans activists is because I consider the lawyer a trans activist as well, but the plaintiff is only one person. She goes by they, them pronouns. So there's an aspect of compelled speech.
Okay.
And the crux of the issue is basically I use the word groomer. So she was so she was engaged in public political activity at Mount Royal University. She was raising money for the law firm Stepping Stones, which is the law firm that fought to get the injunction, which is, all this buzz about Danielle Smith using the notwithstanding clause. That's what that's all about. So political speech is, some of the most protected speech possible. And I believe that if you try and keep secrets with minors from their parents, that's a grooming tactic.
Mm-hmm.
So part of the bill that Danielle Smith, she has 3 bills, Bill 26, 27, and 29, is to ensure that teachers cannot change students' names or pronouns without their parents' knowledge or consent. So if you're trying to fight against those bills, that's why I use that word. And I use the word groomer in a very broad sense. I believe it is normalizing expectations and beliefs as well as desensitizing. So I believe that we're all being groomed as a society, for example, to allow men into women's spaces or to just be desensitized to all of this, to minors getting double mastectomies or being given the same drugs that they give to sex offenders.
Mhm.
The puberty blockers are chemical castration drugs. These sorts of things. We're getting desensitized to it as a society. So I use the term groomer in a sort of very broad sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so you're is it on Give Send Go or GoFundMe?
It's on Give Send Go. A wonderful teacher named Chanel Fowl, who has been speaking out against indoctrination in schools for a very long time. She's also on X. Please follow her. She's amazing. She's the one who started the fundraiser for me.
Okay. I never made the connection. I called her
Mhm.
channel because I'm a retard.
Retards unite.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember
Channel.
remember when we were talking, we were literally
It's spelled the same way,
exactly.
One was with 2 N's, one was with 1.
Yeah.
Channel is with 2 N's and Chanel is with 1.
Chanel, yeah. So,
As far as I know.
I don't know. I'm dumb.
I'm retarded.
Yeah. So this case is very important, though, because it will set a precedent. Basically, Douglas Judson, who's the opposition lawyer, seems to want to remove the word groomer from the lexicon. So I don't understand a better way to describe, having children be confused or, society at large being brought into this ridiculous ideology that isn't connected to reality whatsoever, right? Like if you're being groomed into a cult, those sorts of things, it's kind of like a mass psychosis, right? Propaganda, all those sorts of things. So Douglas Judson is the same lawyer. He's the opposition lawyer in my case. He's the same lawyer who took the mayor from the town of Emo through the Human Rights Tribunal and got his bank account garnished. So that's why I use the term plural for I'm being sued by trans activists, because I'm including the plaintiff and the lawyer, because the lawyer is an activist lawyer, in my opinion.
Right. We did that story on that individual, and okay. Now that you said about the emo thing, not the emo thing, but the town of Emo thing. Yes, I'm very familiar that this person is a type of activist. They've made it very clear, and to speak to a broader sense, this is what conservatives really need to understand what you guys are up against. The left is organized. The left is very organized. They have their funding, they have their lawyers. You see the green hats, as they're called. They're lawyer helpers that whenever there's a protest, that if something happens, they give them pamphlets. They're very much organized in that sense. And they've been very effective at trying to shape narratives. I hope that your case goes well. I encourage everyone to go and support this endeavor, because this will at least help solidify that Canada does have some form of free speech within Canada, that criticism, and as you said, political speech, and just being able to voice discontent is paramount. Because if our charter has taken an absolute shit kicking in the past, probably 5 years, and we are on the precipice of some of the most draconian laws that would absolutely silence any and all opinions, that especially yours, and I 100% agree.
Right. So case law, right? Like this would be case law. And so this is a whole new frontier, right? The lawfare that's being used to set these precedents to shut down free speech. And I want to live in a society where, regardless of whether I agree with you or anyone else, regardless of if I find you offensive, I think you should have the right to state your opinion, to state what you believe to be true.
I would actually go further than that. I would go further. We should be allowed to eliminate speech that is absolutely destructive. and that is actually in contradiction to Canada's culture and our customs. We fall under I'm going to a weird system where we are expected to curtail our laws, our tolerance, and our acceptance of cultures that we absolutely see as inferior or outright destructive to our own country, a la Death to Canada, which is protected. But if you call someone, hey, you're grooming them, or I think you're grooming, in my opinion, I think you're grooming.
Hold on. Death to Canada is protected?
Yes.
How?
I don't see any laws coming forward where there are chants daily ever since October 7th, when, you know, a bunch of came to a music festival and started blowing people up. It's been death to America, death to Canada ever since. Montreal has seen protests. Toronto has seen protests. We've seen protests all across Canada where people have called for the death of a country. So if that is allowed to happen, I think that that's a terrible precedent to be setting. But if that's going to be allowed, if Canada is going to allow people to call for the death of a nation, then I absolutely think if someone says, hey, I think you intentionally targeting children should be allowed. But as I said, I think we've kind of realized and have to move past the point of, well, we have to let all speech go, otherwise. No, I think incitement is a law that should be enforced. I wish our charter actually said that we have the absolute right to freedom of speech. We cannot have hate speech laws. And I wonder if Kathy, if your case would cause like a change with the human rights tribunal.
Well, it's through the civil court. It's through the King's Bench. So basically what it would mean if I were to lose this case is that anyone else who says, you know, groomer in regards to gender ideology would be able to be sued, meaning that speech would be chilled.
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't be able to protect yourself. So I don't think that anyone should be able to use an identity as a shield to act with impunity without being questioned and without being able to hear dissent.
Mm-hmm. I 100% agree. And this is why I think hate speech laws in Canada are stupid. I don't think that is the one bulwark that stops real free speech from being a thing in Canada is I can sue you because you hurt my fifis. And I think if you hurt my fifis, then anything could be hate speech. So, no, that's...
Well, thanks so much. It's so great chatting with you, and I love your show, and keep up the great work.
So that's
both
Kathy,
of you.
Everything.
Both of you.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I honestly, I encourage you guys, go actually support. You know what? If you really want to stick it to the left, do what the left does. They are very much willing to, they will lock arms, they will walk in lockstep at every opportunity. And if we let one of us get picked off, then it's, you know, it's no different than, you know, one zombie. Okay, you can shoot it in the head. You can take care of one zombie, but you can't take care of 100. You can't take care of 1,000. And that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with thousands of brainless zombies that just, that's what we do.
You're not wrong.
Right.
So-
well, my fight is going to impact everyone. And so I appreciate it. And freedom of speech is the right to offend. So I'm highly offended.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Love it. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Good
We'll
luck.
Bye
talk
now.
later. Bye. Get the hell out of here. Hold on. Can I boot her?
Yes. Hold on. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Oh, just hold on. Don't click anything. Because I don't want to accidentally click the wrong thing. Because just kick and ban are very close to one another.
Yeah. So we will. I honestly, I encourage everyone to go and help Kathy. She's she's no slouch. Let's put it that way. She's no slouch. And the fact that she is, taking those slings and arrows right now, that's we need to be behind her.
Well, that's a pretty big sling and many arrows she's taking. She's literally the one and only fighting for that in Canada right now. Like,
Well-
how this hearing goes is gonna determine a lot.
Maybe
kinda
this
scary.
could be the mountain. And I've said, like, guys on the right, this is what the right. I'm a liberal. Okay, take a drink. I said it. Okay,
Ew.
I'm a liberal.
Ugh, gross.
But this is what the right is up against. This is what you guys are fighting. An organized from the top down. The left took control of the institutions, and if you want to fight, you have to fight back with we're not punching right. Let's put it that way. We should not be punching right now. I think we have way bigger issues that we need to deal with than than this like stupid shit that's going on with the right. With it really put into perspective, especially now with like Candace Owens and her psychotic crap,
Right.
and a bunch of prominent right-wing individuals like Ben Shapiro, Nick Fuentes. All of these people have now come out of the woodworks, and it really puts into perspective just how much Charlie Kirk was holding back, the other ones. Really
Yep.
puts it into perspective. Like, there was that meme of like liberals, like the town, and then there's like the dam, and it's Charlie Kirk, and then it's like right-wing nut jobs or some crap like that. That's the water that the dam was holding back.
Yeah.
It really shows just how actually influential Charlie Kirk was and still continues to be.
Yeah, he was a very strong centrist in holding that dam. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I think that this whole thing has made Candace Owens a little nutty. Like, when I listen to her talk now, she sounds very tinfoil hatty. Like, it's weird the stuff you're hearing her talk about.
Yeah. Well, and so I think this is really what the right needs to understand, that if I think that there's so much that we're not seeing that's going on because we are very much merit based. I believe in meritocracy. I believe that the best ideas should flourish. But I also understand that there are some ideas that are not meant as being compassionate or actually being enlightening. They're the poison pills to a nation, to a culture. And we've, even like liberals, like libertarians, have kind of held this position that any and all opinions are welcome. We only defeat good ideas with bad ideas with good ideas.
Right.
Yeah, but all someone has to do, look at the media and how they portray a question. It's a loaded question. It's like, well, when did Canada stop being genocidal? It's like those types of questions. Well, is Pierre Poilievre really the best leader for the CPC? It's just that the questions asked. Some people might go, is he? Is he actually? JT says, so this ties directly into our healthcare sector. The fact that they provide gender affirming care. I know, what an interesting words they use. Proves they don't always do what is best, with seemingly crushes the worldview of those that have always trusted the government and the crown. I agree. They use the words gender affirming care so that it sounds nice. Notice they can't even use the word abortion. They can't even say abortion anymore. They say it's women's reproductive health. And I'm a pro-choice guy. But it's actually disgusting how manipulative these people try to be. If I'm or any individual is having sexually charged discussions with someone in order to try and perpetuate some kind of outcome, yeah, we have a word for that. It's called grooming.
Careful now.
I know, maybe we'll get sued. Good. I hope we do.
Bite your tongue.
I hope we do. These people are. They know what they're doing. They intentionally try and sexualize children. I was watching back our discussion with the female that transitioned to male, that the segment about the girl that was in the woman's bathroom that outraged in the response to it.
I was born female, but is clearly a man. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so I was
the other day.
looking back at that, and it shows just how far this stuff has really gone. Where we are now having to have a discussion of, are you or are you not? Are you acting with good intentions or not? And the more and more instances, the more and more articles that keep coming out to see someone defend it's like the people that defend like Queers for Palestine. It's like, you're actually pushing for the idea of your own destruction.
Right? Like, I don't know if they think that because they have their group, Queers for Palestine, that all of a sudden they're going to start looking at the Rainbow Society completely different. And okay, maybe we won't throw you off the roof today.
Yeah, I'm sure. We have some of the most draconian speech laws that are coming down the pike. Is it pike or pipe? Pipe makes sense. I don't know what a pike is. I know a pike's a fish.
Pipe.
But coming down, but I hear people say coming down the pike.
No, it can't be. Hold on. You keep talking.
Right. But we have some of the most stringent and most draconian laws that are being rammed through our government right now, which would criminalize any and all basic dissent. Pike pole for logging on is it actually a pike? Is that what it is? Is that where he goes twirling down white water? Is that where the log rider lives?
It literally is. I loved that commercial. I used to get so excited when that commercial came on. It's pike. Sorry,
coming down the pike.
That was weird. The phrase coming down the pike.
But what does that mean? Like Pike's Peak?
Or less commonly, but increasingly popular, coming down the pipe. Both phrases mean that something is expected to happen or appear in the near future. But
pike pole for logging on the water. That's what Todd was saying.
Interesting.
I mean, okay. So the phrase is coming down the pike. The K.
Yeah, I guess that's the OG phrase, and people are just starting to say the pipe, probably because, as you and I both thought, it made more sense.
Oh, to hook on a log.
Pikes anymore.
Okay, to sink into the. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know that that's what that was in reference to. Very interesting. So you learned something here. Not from me. Not from me. I promise you that. You ain't learned shit from me. Yeah, like coming down the river. I mean, all right.
I want to see that commercial. Anybody else who's watching right now, do you know what commercial we're talking about? The log man. It's like it's a Canadian cartoon thingy.
Yeah, it was a Canadian cartoon.
Yeah, it would come on kind of like commercials every now and then.
Is it part of
Canadian heritage? I don't know.
Yeah, is it like public domain, or is we gonna get like copywritten?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Probably.
But maybe. Could only hope. But I don't know. If you want to play like a couple seconds of it, by all means. Yeah, that's like some Canadian nostalgia right there. The Black Flag. Hold on. And it, yeah. So, what else is going? Yes, yeah, the National Film Board, yes. But I wonder if it's part of, like, if it's public domain or if someone's, does some, I don't know, claims it for some weird reason. Like, I don't know, just some of this weird stuff that goes on.
The Log River Waltz is what it's called.
Yeah.
National Film Board of Canada. Oh, well, I mean, it would probably be better if we actually had this at the beginning of it. Hold on. Share screen.
Here's some Canadian nostalgia for you.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys. 1939, jeez.
This is
Is it weird? I'm excited.
So what, that pulls the pike? What that guy had, the guy with the plaid shirt. Well, I guess he has a plaid shirt too. That's a PB?
Eat that water.
If you ask any girl from the parish around what pleases her most from her head to her toes, she'll say, I'm not sure that it's business of yours, but I do like to waltz with the log driver, for he goes burning down and down white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burning down and down white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. When the drive's nearly over, I like to go down and watch all the lads as they work on the river. I know that come evening they'll be in the town, and we all like to waltz with the log driver, for he goes burning down and down white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burning down and down white water. The log driver
be able to jump over that. Yeah, high jump. Okay, we'll stop there. Or should we keep going?
No, that's fine. We can end it there. That was a nice little trip down your memory lane.
Right. That made me smile.
So-
My face actually hurts right now. It's smiling so big.
So I think that's kind of the Canada that we all miss, was the idea of the simple life, the being out in nature. And I think that's what we're really losing. And I wonder, like, with having those videos available, that this is a tie to what Canada really is. That is our culture. And I think that that's important, that we show, like, actually what's really, what Canada really is. It's hockey when it's cold, it's always like trying to help your neighbors, trying to, be kind, but not being, how does the expression go? Like, don't mistake our kindness for weakness. And I think for far too long that we've allowed Canada to kind of just be tarnished and ruined. And I think that's where a lot of the frustration that we see coming from people is that they're seeing that their country is changing in a direction that they're not happy with. Like, Dude, if you look up like the history, like, okay, I know I've talked about this before, but almost the reason for the Geneva Convention is because of the Canadians.
Yeah,
Like,
I was literally having a conversation with our middle kid about this, like probably about a week ago.
yeah,
I
it's
could not believe, like, I don't like what I said to him too is I don't think it was, well, it wasn't solely just Canada. Like there was lots of war crimes that were happening. I think Canada was like the final straw. Like they're like, these people are insane. We need to need to put a stop to this now. Like
ring those Canadians in.
yeah, I could not believe like that Canada did such horrid war crimes.
No, they're not war crimes the first time.
Okay, well, what are deemed now as war crime? I don't know, whatever. But wow, for Canadians who seem so friendly, they were vicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that is what people are really like, I don't know if missing or have just kind of lost. Like we kind of just lost that. Like we lost that fight. We have something to actually fight over. We actually have a
not a,
yeah.
but now we don't. Now we just fight over everything. We fight over things. Then they had something to fight for.
Mhm.
I think maybe that's subconsciously, I was going to say psychosomatic, which is the wrong word. Subconsciously, why everybody's fighting with one another is because deep down inside, it's like their inner ancestors are being like, we want to fight for something. Like have that purpose, have whatever. And so people are like, yeah, I'm going to fight for the dumbest shit ever. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that there's the way that I guess I would look at it is that we stand on the shoulder of giants and we don't even understand how we can see above the trees, you know? Like you don't even recognize what was built and what you are standing atop of and why you're able to do what you can do, you know, to really destroy my own shitty analogy. But you know, when I hear people say like, oh, they went over there to fight so two guys can kiss, I don't think they were. Like I think if you actually told a veteran like you went and fought on another country so that two guys can kiss or two women can get married, they said no, we fought, we were fighting to stop a great evil.
There was a heartbreaking video our kid had shown me about, I think he was a World War II veteran. He was a very old man, and it literally was that, like, if I knew what I was fighting for, I wouldn't have fought. Like, it was heartbreaking. What is wrong with you? Do you just like, you're gonna say something funny and then mute yourself? Like you ruin your own jokes?
Damn it. I was saying, no problem, Todd. You're more than welcome. Everyone is, no, I don't know if I should say everyone, because, you know, there's some of you. There's some of you. They're a little on the short bus.
All right, guys, I drive that bus.
I'm just the one driving it. I'm not the one that like, I like soda pop.
Exactly. I give the kids the crayons and the glue when they come on.
Yeah. So all right.
Stuff on windows so they can lick it off. It's good times.
Yeah. So we have big laws that are coming into Canada. you know, I'll say again, go support Kathy, her Give Send Go, and
Yeah, she's got one hell of a fight in front of her.
yeah, and as she said, this will be case law. This will absolutely be case law. I'm sorry, I don't want to see someone who calls out bad actors and then be penalized and criminalized because those bad actors, you know, get called out. There's well, not an expression, but it's a tactic that's used by leftists, and it's called repressive tolerance. That's where this is coming from. So the whole premise behind repressive tolerance is anything that happens on the left should be allowed and in fact encouraged. If there's any dissent or pushback from the right, it needs to be shut down and shut down swiftly. And so I think now what we're seeing is people's backs are now against the wall, and they're saying, if I can't even voice a concern, but those people can call for absolute death, clearly there's a big break here, and something needs to change.
Badly. That I can't even imagine having the same conversation saying that this phrase "death to Canada" is okay, but the word groomers is not. Like, I don't know how somebody in that discussion could even rationalize that.
Like, I'm gonna have to put my kind of like libertarian worldviews aside until all this shit's cleaned up. If you don't want to be in Canada, you hate Canada, you don't like Canada, you don't even know why you're here, then what? Then leave. Get out. Goodbye. We don't want you here. In fact, you're a net drain on this country, and you're a plague that should be removed.
Get on, get now.
Just like any other cancer, we cut it out, we get rid of it. You guys leave.
Yeah.
We don't want you here. You know,
and I don't think, and to be fair, no country is going to want somebody who's going to be there and just wishing the death upon them, wishing their demise. Like, why? If we went someplace else and we're like, oh, death to Ethiopia. Sorry, just the weirdest one I could think of. I'm pretty sure they'd be like, GTFO. Why are you here? Yeah, see?
like
Yeah.
I think we have to not becoming vicious, but just, you see it coming, it's creeping up more and more. Find people that you align with. You know, we'll do as much as we can, but you know, we're small fish in a giant pond with many bigger fish that, you know, have a much bigger voice than ours, and I'm not upset with that. But
unless a lot of you do us a big favor and, you know, hit the little subscribe button, share us, try to help get our voices out there. We're fighting for you guys. And
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
Carry on.
yeah, I think it's vitally important that we show, you know, nationalism is coming back, and it's coming to it's roaring back in a big way. In a really, really big way. And I'm not surprised that we're seeing it. We're seeing nationalism across the board is coming back. People are tired of seeing their country getting destroyed. They're tired of their country being ridiculed. They're tired of seeing the life that they built being sold off and being abused by people who literally don't want to be a part of it. For far too long, we've been too tolerant and accepting, and I've said this for a long time. In fact, we've been so accepting that we've even destroyed our own culture in order to placate and appease people that we might offend, that might not like it. And now people are saying, enough is enough. I'm not playing anymore. I'm done being nice. I'm done being nice. Because I was, and you guys took advantage of it. So I'm done with it. Yeah, whoops, sorry. Yeah, JG says the only counter to post-nationalism is nationalism, and Justin Trudeau said Canada is the first post-national state.
Gross.
We have people here that literally do not fly our flag, do not want to be a part of Canada, and say flat out that they are not Canadian. They don't want to be a part of Canada. So
Bye.
if you had guests over at your house and they're saying, you know what, this place sucks. I don't like the food. I don't like anything. I don't like anything and everything that you do here. Okay, then go.
Right.
Like,
I'm not forcing you to stay here.
yeah. Yeah. I think they own the roads. Look out. They will cut you off in a second. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yep.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. Well, even look what they did through COVID when they had the province lockdowns. That was scary. Like you couldn't even travel across Canada.
Yeah.
That frightened me actually. Was the oh, good job. Dumbass. Just kidding. But not kidding. That for me I found was very scary. It was bad enough not being able to leave the country, but not even being able to leave your province. Are you serious?
Well, we very much got to see, and I've said that the mask was pulled off there, and that was their opportunity to institute. Isn't let's put this into perspective. Post COVID, or I shouldn't say post, but during COVID, we've seen the largest transfer of wealth from some of the poorest people to the absolute wealthiest people in history. What followed? Food bank record usage. We have more people starving in Canada than we've ever had before, yet we continue to import millions of people. We've seen now the push. Now they want to implement UBI, Universal Basic Income. Give everyone a paycheck that the government doles out to you. And you know, if you speak up and you speak out and you speak against your benevolent government, well, we've seen they'll freeze your bank account. They'll literally remove you from society.
Just for what? Trying to send some money to people who are good.
No, but isn't it interesting? After COVID, after we've seen the largest transfer of wealth from the poorest people to the wealthiest, on the coattails, or in the like, not coattails, but post that, whatever, after that took place, what did we see? Food bank record usage. People can't afford anything. Job opportunities are cratering. And then the government goes, hey, wait. We got a solution for you. $10 a day daycare. Okay, there's solution one. We're going to feed your kids for you. And we're just going to give you money.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
It does, especially when you're desperate. Especially when your children are starving. And what ends up happening? Okay, let's war game this out a little bit. Okay, government is giving you your money. You might say something that the government doesn't really care about. Locks your account, stops your bank account from operating. You can no longer feed your children. What is the response to that? Does that person just stand there, sit there, and die? Or do they end up having to take drastic actions?
Well, drastic actions, unfortunately.
Exactly. So we already see enclaves of no-go zones starting to form within Canada, where people are decoupling literally from our country. They are decoupling from our government, from any and all of our institutions, and implementing their own. We already see the wisps of that fire starting to happen.
Yeah. It was actually, well, today, like I had mentioned, when I came to meet you to look at that vehicle, I drove home the way that I used to drive. And it was through like harder areas and downtown and stuff like that. And I was shocked. I literally seen someone had their living situation on a staircase. Like there were so many tents, there were so many people around, and I knew that it had gotten bad, but actually seeing it was just heartbreaking. That one corner that had the building that used to have the copper roof, but everyone stole the copper off
Yeah,
of it.
the Thunderbird Cultural Center.
Yeah. There was so much garbage there. And there was like this pit of metal chairs. I'm going to assume they had piece of wood or something on it, and they were all torched. So obviously they were trying to set something on fire to keep warm, but I could not believe how bad that area has gotten.
Like how I
sad.
look at it, I look at it like, you know, the water level's rising. And you can only do so much to grab people from there. But it feels like the water is rising faster than people are able to outpace the water rising. And it's like they make it harder. Increase taxes, increase expenses, increase, so that you're forced to make the decision of to go, government, help me.
Or even
And
if
when
it's,
you are desperate, when your children are hungry, when you can't keep the lights on, people will come there in droves saying, government, help me.
or it may be in part government help me, but then you're going to have the other ones who don't want the government help, but they're so desperate that they're forced to do it. The government is sitting there going, hey, I can do these things for you, and you just
how does the expression go? Either like hook or by crook. You know, they'll get what they want.
Yeah.
You know, by carrot or by stick. You either be a good little slave, we'll give you the carrot, or if you're a bad one, well, then we'll take care of you.
Yeah.
One way or another.
They're gonna find you.
Yeah. Like we literally have legislation. People are now saying like there's legislation being formulated that Canada, this is the best opportunity for UBI. And I promise you, if UBI becomes a thing, you literally changed opportunity to enslavement, because now you are beholden to someone else. And it's not by choice. At a job, you can leave, you can go somewhere else, you could find opportunities and work somewhere else. But if your livelihood literally is dictated by government, and of course liberals are always are the party of free, just give it away, just give, you know, take from, you know, the whole Robin Hood type of thing, from the wealthy to give to the poor, except they're taking from the poor and giving it to the rich. And then the rich go, well, yeah, if I could shut up my competition. Like I said, it was at the time, it was a brilliant tactic. I got the power of the government to shut out my competition. That's just good business. I can literally shut out my competition. Why wouldn't I take that opportunity?
Yeah, you know.
There were stories of a woman. The store was closed, like you couldn't come in, but all she did was she was filming on Facebook and saying, hey, this is for sale, you know, I'll send it out to you, whatever. Police literally came to her store and said, you need to shut down. She said, well, I am, like, no one's allowed in the store, I'm just filming it online. They said, no, you have to shut it down. No, you're not allowed.
Oh, why?
Well, I think it was because big box stores worked with the government to destroy their competition.
It would
What?
not surprise me.
Like, does this make sense to anyone? And I know, you know, we're digging up old graves here, but if you wanted to stretch, you know, have social distancing, this is one thing that never made sense to me. Why would you funnel people into stores? Like only particular stores? Wouldn't you encourage people to like, hey, you're welcome to expand your hours. But what did we do? We shut down every mom and pop store in the country. 20,000 businesses, if I remember correctly, shut down, never to return, gone out of business. but we've seen record profits. All these businesses recorded record profits. And the ones that were able to hold on, they've seen record profits too. The ones that were able to stay open, as opposed to the ones that had to shut down for 2 years, drain through their savings or drain through anything, put people on EI, lay people off, just to hopefully in 2 years. Well, 2 years is a long enough time for people to develop new habits. Now they use Amazon more than ever. They use mobile delivery or online delivery.
Yep.
So
Well, it's funny because even with that, like on, I used to go on lunch hours from work and do like the fastest power shop humanly possible. I could spend $500 on groceries, get it home, or not get it home, but like fill up the car and get back to work in 45 minutes. But then when COVID hit, well, they encouraged you not to go into the stores doing online ordering.
Mhm.
And then that became it. Then all of a sudden, oh my God, look at all the time I'm saving. I can get this and
Exactly.
this done instead of doing that. I can just call it in and then go pick it up after. Make it home faster. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
100%.
seriously look at moving further away from cities, not getting closer. Because when shit finally like falls apart, well, it's the cities that die first. They take too much. And cities are
Yeah.
just like net drains on everything. Yeah, shopping at Co-op, but you didn't see like your little local general store. You didn't see a lot of that. It was all like big box stores that petitioned the government to shut them down, that we could handle that we could handle this.
Yeah, which didn't make any
So
sense because you think, as you said, you'd want people to be more spread out, not confined in one area or standing outside in groups waiting to get in for hours. Like that, it makes absolutely no sense. You're putting all the sick people in one spot to catch it all. But I think even the smaller stores that were able to stay opened and made it through COVID, a lot of them, once businesses started picking up again or people were allowed to shop again, they just never got that revenue back. Because as you said, people started getting used to shopping at other places and they ended up going under.
Mhm.
Like even
Yeah.
your shirt there.
Yeah, the old cash and carries. So Todd says the old cash and carries I remember, like in Dryden, where we pick up the camp supplies. Yeah. Yep. You take a trip to town. And now a lot of that stuff's gone. Like I said, we don't see it because remember when Red Lobster shut down, I can't remember how many hundreds of stores or restaurants. That's a ripple because people recognize Red Lobster. Wow, Red Lobster is going out of business or restructuring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everyone knows Red Lobster, even if you've never been there, I'm sure you've heard of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like
And
SeaWorld.
so
Everyone's heard of SeaWorld. They remember the commercials, but
people don't recognize the hundreds or the thousands of ones that just silently went onto that good night. The ones that shut down quietly. You never heard of it. You never heard of the massive unemployment that happened where businesses shut down. As I said, shut down to never reopen. No one knew. No one got to see it. You just suddenly seen boarded up windows.
Yeah.
Over. That's what I'm saying, Todd. Fuck yeah.
Could be interesting.
All right. So I think with that, yeah, we'll get out of here. Again, I hope everyone weird. It shows Nokia and had response. Yeah, Applebee's. Yeah, like Applebee's, a lot of those places. But I would encourage everyone go support Kathy in her fight with this. Yeah. I got nothing else.
And support us by sharing, liking, and subscribing because it makes us feel warm, fuzzy inside. And it gets our word out to more wonderful people like you. Otherwise, thank you for taking the time in your day to come sit with us.
Wait,
And listen
hold
to
on.
What?
I see 95 of you on X
99.
as we speak.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
95 of you on X.
Hello.
And how many of you little goblins have hit the like button? How many of you little goblins? And the number just keeps going up. I see you, little goblins. I seen you, JT. Much appreciated. And really appreciate that that you did. But yeah, we'll
All right. Yeah. Thank
outta
you
here.
for clicking on the little button to come sit with us, listen to the craziness going on in the world today. If you are new here, like, share, subscribe, like I said 5 million times. And also, we are live every Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, and every Saturday, 1 p.m. Central on YouTube, X, and Rumble. So
Hold
check
on
us out.
before we leave.
Oh.
Yes. French fries with malt vinegar. God damn.
I remember that smell, but I have not smelt that smell in a hot minute. I actually don't even remember the last time I had fries with vinegar.
Malt
It was
vinegar.
so long ago.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Should
that's
bring
the
it back.
that's the shit. All right, get me out of here. I'm getting hungry. Todd's talking about food and it's making me hungry. My fat must be satiated.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Hope everyone has a fantastic day. Be kind to one another. We'll catch you guys again on Saturday. We out.